All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pirate Sports Network on YouTube. David Euchre along with Cole Bradley. We're about to bring you the Lady Pirates going to be taking on the Sandys, the Lady Sandys from Amarillo High School. What a tradition they've got. Cole, I'll tell you what, a lot of volleyball last night, a lot of volleyball going on today for Granbury.
Yes, sir. Keeping it going this morning and hopefully keeping it going throughout the afternoon and tomorrow. Go ahead and win something.
Exactly right. The girls are going to be playing today. They'll be playing 3 games this morning at 9 at Rent. Then they'll turn right around and play again. We'll have Amarillo, and then we'll have Hereford, and then the girls will play again at noon. So we'll have the girls' part of it done around 1 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Jam-packed day of volleyball just for the morning alone.
No kidding. It is. And the reason that the girls are playing, yesterday they played in the PM bracket, and talking to Coach Shahan, you guys might have heard about this, is that if they were in the top 2 teams from yesterday, they are in the AM bracket, and that's why we're here bright and early on this nice, cool 70-degree Friday morning in August.
I know. Haven't had much of those yet, so
No.
I'm not against it, though.
No, this is great. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were having a lovely 110-degree weather. I like this.
Yeah. It's a relief for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Looks like we're about to get stuff started here.
Oh, I'm just digging the great uniforms of the girls. Are really repping the purple and gold, man. I love the purple and gold.
Yeah. Those are our school colors. And
absolutely.
You go from neon yesterday to bright yellow today.
I know.
We're making a statement.
Either way, we're not gonna miss the Lady Pirates because of what they're wearing.
You'll know who Granbury is.
I tell you, Colt, you're part of this. We'll have time before they get going, which won't be very long. Tell us about the new media classes, why you're here today, and why we had Grant yesterday. It's going to be fantastic.
We've started a new media class this year. There's about 16 students in it, and we'll do anything from news to sports games. Anything a broadcaster can do, we'll probably be there.
Exactly right. In the past, folks, that a couple of years ago we had students doing interviews, but up until this point, I've been interviewing all the students and all the coaches and administrators and whatnot. But our plans I'll continue to do the administrators and whatnot and people in the community. You're going to have students interviewing students as it should be, Cole.
Yes. And it's run by Miss Bradley, who also teaches graphic design. So the nice graphics you see here of all the volleyball girls, names and numbers, those are brought by Miss Bradley, and she's really teaching us how to do it all, graphics and cameras and talking, really. That's
part of the game, is learning all the way around. We are ready to go. Sarah Welch serving first. Here comes the return. Not there, and Granbury up 1-0.
And that's the start you want to see almost every time.
It is. You got to get that first point. Get that mo on your side early.
And you just hope these girls got a good breakfast this morning. Hope they're well energized.
Sarah again to the back line. Amarillo will play to the left side. Good dig that time. That was Kylie Moody. Oh, great shot that time.
KK Kirkland.
That's what I'm talking about. Give me some KK up on that.
Right over those front two, and just perfect placement.
Sarah steps up now. Lady Pirates up 2-0 here on the Lady Sandys. Tough. Oh, nice one in. Ladies at the net. Good dig again. That's tied 2 in a row by Moody. The tip over. Back into play. Amarillo on the kill. Barton goes deep and grabs that one. Back it comes again. They'll try it again.
Good block.
Oh, unbelievable recovery. And out on that.
One's going to go out.
3-0 Lady Pirates here early.
This is a great start.
And this is very important on a team that has their tradition of Amarillo, because they're always up towards the top in state.
Where do you think they got the name Sandys?
Have you ever been to Amarillo?
I have not. That might be it.
It's very sandy. The return that time was in, so they were able to dodge that one. Amarillo, in fact, if you go to Amarillo, you can actually see Kansas because it's so flat up there, and it's nothing but sand. Wind never stops blowing, and ergo, Sandys.
Yeah. Amarillo now on the board with a point.
3-1 is our score. The return comes. Oh, nice tip over by Nichols, but Amarillo plays it, bring it back up. Barton on the backside. Set this one up, comes down to Kirkland. Kirkland again. Amarillo plays and brings it back up. It goes to Sarah. Blocked back. Good save again by Moody. She's all over the floor today. Sent across by Kirkland. You know, you hear whistles going all over the place, and you don't know where it is for sure. That one got a little too deep that time for Carly, and it's 3-2.
And I'm surprised these girls aren't getting confused because
I know it's.
I'm hearing whistles, and I think this is stopped about 4 times.
Yeah, did we do that or did you?
Yeah.
Serve in back to Carly it goes. Sarah will set this one up. This one's going to go to Kirkland. Set up for the return. Again, kind of a tweener that time, and we're tied at 3.
It's like Amarillo's going on their own run. We need to stop.
Yeah, we do.
But they're just putting it in the right spots.
Serve comes from Amarillo. I'll go back to Carly Barton. The tip over by Nichols, but played by Amarillo. The return. Oh my goodness! Woo!
That was close, but looks like we're still playing with our starters in right now.
Yeah, we are. Long shot into the corner was good.
That was close.
One of our great coaches in the back of the Pirate gym, Amber Ward.
Her class is probably somewhere in here. That one looked out, and it is.
It is. Excellent job. Okay. Yeah, Amber Ward, of course, the cross-country coach, starting her 20th year as a coach here at Granbury High School.
Could have never told that.
Exactly. I told her, yeah, she said, you should have never said that. When I interviewed her as cross-country started this year, she said, don't say that.
Yeah.
But, you know, and she is, she's a great coach. I think in all those years, there's only been 1 year she hasn't had someone going to regional. So
she is, and that's the reason she's still here.
Exactly right.
She does her job, and she does it well.
Good play that time by Amarillo. Here it goes to the far side. Tipped off of Granbury, and we are even at 4.
I think that says 5. Maybe.
Yeah,
Still got that glare there.
That reflection, man, it's tough. It is.
Has it moved? We subbed Sienna Watts out for Megan James, I believe.
Serve comes from Amarillo. Goes to set it up for the return. Across, Barton digging for that one. Going to take this. That's over to Rachel Poirier, and it is in. And now that will bring us evened up here. We're evened at 5. And I'm seeing the coach of Amarillo. Their colors are black and gold.
So he's also repping bright yellow today.
I'm telling you, for a minute I thought, what's that Granbury coach doing over there? But Amarillo will set it up again. They'll bring it back the other way. Oh, my goodness.
That one just found the right spot.
Certainly did. They set that up perfectly. We were kind of shifted to the right, and they sent it left. And they lead at 6-5 here in game 1 of 3 for the Lady Pirates today. As we said, we'll have one right after this. What a great save, but a little too much on that one. And Amarillo will get the ace, and it's 7-5 here. Lady Pirates with a strong start, and Amarillo has come back. And they now lead this. It's going to be set to Sarah. Sarah to Poirier.
And that one's going to be ours.
It is, off of Amarillo on the block. And Granbury makes it 7-6, I think.
Does sound about right. We got a big coaching staff over there on the bench. I want to say 5 coaches.
Yes, we certainly do.
Compared to Amarillo's 2.
Sandys will set it up.
Good block there. And I think a volleyball came onto the court.
Oh, that's it.
That was it.
Had to stop play because of it.
2 games going on. That'll happen every once in a while.
We had it last night a couple of times. Let's see. Kirkland back to serve now for Granbury. 7-6 game here early on a Friday morning. Going a long way to get that. They'll return it. Kirkland sets it up. Sarah tries the left-hander, but Amarillo was there.
Oh, and they're going to say she went with 2 hands. I'm not sure about that one. I thought I saw one, but
it looked like her typical left hand one-hander.
That's what I saw too, but referee saw something different, so he's a little closer. A little bit.
And we're definitely homers.
So. Oh, that one was close.
They call that in?
They did. I don't know.
Wow, okay.
And I think that's 9-6 now.
Serve comes from Amarillo. Line drive. That's going to be off Kirkland. Great job of Sarah to keep that one in play. return back over. Amarillo will set it up, try to go backwards on the block by the Lady Pirates at the line. Bringing it back, another block by Granbury. That's Kirkpatrick up front. They'll try it again. It gets beyond. Sarah will set this one up. A long kill that time coming for Kirkland. Look out here. Blocked by the Lady Pirates.
And that's just going to stay on our side of the net. It was a block, just didn't get back over or high enough to fix.
Barely getting over the net from the back. Poirier will just punch this one over to keep the ball in play. Lady Sandys will set the ball up. There's Barton again. Carly always seems to be where she needs to be. Poirier has it blocked. Amarillo sets it up, just pushing it over. There's Barton again. Sarah's going to set this up. Kirkpatrick. Amarillo keeps the ball in play.
Oh.
Nice job there. Long kill. Barton goes deep, grabs another one. Kirkpatrick on the hammer down. There you go.
We got a good thing running right there. We going around everybody. Looks like we're going to sub in Kylie Moody and Sienna Watts, I believe.
10-7 is our score here. Granbury trailing Amarillo in game 1 of 3 here today. On the serve is a little long.
Now, they put some blue tape down. I see that's not where the line extends, but is that where it goes to today? Does that mean anything?
Now
that's about a foot difference, at least.
I think maybe that is as far as you can go on your serve.
That might be it.
Block back on the Lady Pirates.
They called that in? Some of these are close. I'm too far away to see, but I don't know.
That looked in, and I even wore glasses, so it's going to be out.
Some jump ball?
A jump ball. That's it.
I don't know what happened there, but we'll take it.
Looks like it's 12-7 Amarillo. Moody, Welch takes this one over to, oh my goodness, great recovery that time by the Lady Pirates. And not going to be able to, just hung up there for a second. 13-7, I believe, is the score. Amarillo in the lead here in game 1. Lady Pirates will be taking on Hereford after this one. Another one of those West Texas schools. Good delivery by the Lady Pirates. Sarah's going to set this up. Goes to Watts.
Another whistle. And it's going to be our point.
Good. Excellent job. 13-8 is the score. Lady Pirates needed to break that because Amarillo's been on a little bit of a run. Barton will go back to serve now for the Lady Pirates.
And, you know, with the school day already started, we still have a pretty good crowd here.
Yeah, we do. I'm impressed with them. And that's a cool thing is that some of the teachers choose to bring their kids over here and spend their period here watching all kinds of volleyball. Amarillo will serve again. It's now 14-8. They're in the lead. Line driver, Kirkland, Welch. Going to go to Watts on the long kill.
That one's going to go far back.
Wow, Amarillo able to get that and return it. This time, another hammer down into the bench, but got it going, and a Lady Sandys return. What a play. Sarah tried to put one over on herself, and there they go again. They're all over the floor.
They're covering ground today.
They certainly are. Sarah's going to set this one up again. Watts with the tip, but they're there for it. Set it over on the far side, brings it home. Moody sets it. Sarah Nichols tries that corner, but they're there. Well, whistle blows.
It's gonna our point.
I think they got lane violation, I believe.
That was a good rally going, and you like to see when you win those.
Oh, those are fun. Yeah, they are.
Sarah Welch back to serve.
14-9 is the score. Serve comes. Amarillo tried to sneak one by on us, but couldn't get it done because of the height of the net by the Lady Pirates. And it's a 14-10 game. Sarah back again.
We were there to block that as soon as they went up. That ball did not have a chance.
Sarah brings it again. Set it up. They love that side over there, but blocked by Granbury. They play it again. They'll bring that one again. A Carly, not quite enough. had to go a long way. The point will go back over side out to Amarillo, and it's 15-10.
You know, 15-10, that's 5 points, not a bad score, nope. But you want to make those points back quickly.
Manageable.
Before it gets out of hand.
Exactly right. Sarah, we're going the opposite side this time. Amarillo into the bench. Return is there. Moody. Sarah again. This time to Nichols. Nichols has it blocked, keeps it back in play. Sent back over by Kirkland. Carly going deep again. Watts. Put in play. The tip over. Carly again going deep.
Whistle blown. Our point.
Lane violation again by Amarillo.
I think that's their third one already.
Exactly. They're getting deep in there. 15-11.
We'll take them, though.
Lady Pirates down by 4 here.
Tyler Moody subbed out. And stopping to do their subs.
They're exactly right.
You got to stop every time for a sub, unless it's the libero, I'm pretty sure.
Shot comes from Watts on the serve. Good, strong serve. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
That came down hard.
Watts got it right under the chin. She received that kill. Those are not fun.
No, and I think she was just trying to react there.
Yep.
Get hands to it.
Didn't have hardly any time to react. So it's now 16-11, back to a 5-point Amarillo lead. The serve comes, just chips over the net, but great save that time by Poirier. Kirkland.
And that's going to go out.
17-11 now.
Off that wall. You know, with that concrete wall there, some of these plays you can't make.
No, you can't.
Running back, because you'll get laid out by that wall for sure. That one's going to go out.
Long. And I can tell you one thing. You watch this over here, Cole, when they're serving, it doesn't matter what team it is. They're as close as it is over here on this line, they don't get their full service motion that they're used to, whereas you're on the other side, you do.
Because you'll see our girls like Sarah Welch, she'll go all the way back to that concrete wall.
Exactly.
She'll use all the space she can, and over here you don't get that. Can't go into the stands.
Service error. That time by the Lady Pirates, and it's 18-11. Into the net. We'll take that service error and pay it right back.
I believe it's 18-13.
I like it.
We'll take it.
Kirkland with the service here for the Lady Pirates. Set up, tipped over, and good. 19-13 Granbury trails right here.
And we're going to call a timeout.
Shahan's going to take a quick timeout.
Going to regroup.
Well, Cole, I tell you, this gives a chance to continue to talk about the new program at the high school.
Oh, yes.
You know, a couple of years ago, I had the distinct pleasure of working with Immigration Brown and Cordell Gibson quite a bit. And during that season, those kids were able to do about 150 student-driven interviews.
Yeah.
And with all of your class this year, I'm hoping for about 200 to 300. I mean, and there's no reason why you guys couldn't have something like that. That's what it's there for.
Yeah. And most of the kids in that class, we play sports. We've got baseball, basketball, soccer, and we've even got the non-sports, ROTC, band, theater.
Yeah.
And so we're looking to cover a lot of GHS stuff this year.
Absolutely.
We had people at freshman orientation interviewing freshmen, and we've been covering volleyball games all week.
Yeah. It's just going to get better and better as the year wears along.
It will.
You guys are going to be doing more and more.
We'll be filming news that'll go live on Pirate Production Studios, I believe.
Of course, my preference is that you guys have an interview of each one of the things that you just talked about every week, because you've got so many kids involved. You know, especially a good example is all the players in football.
Yeah.
Fellas, y'all are doing a great job.
Hey, thank you very much.
This game.
All right, thank you very much.
That's Coach Williams here.
Head back with his first period class.
We'll roll on, my man.
And you guys roll on.
All right, we will. That's right. The reality sets in.
We've got school. Yeah. And that's Coach Williams. He's our audio guy right now.
Dondre Williams is my man, I'm telling you.
He's doing it all.
He certainly is. Kirkpatrick got a great volley going on right here. Send it back deep. Played by Barton.
That one might have gone out, but we're going to play it anyways. And that one's going to go perfectly in.
A tweener. We love it. All right, Lady Pirates, is it, 2014?
No clue. That glare gets worse and worse.
It just kills it, I know it. Kylie Moody's going to come in and serve now for the Lady Pirates.
She's in her junior year, and she's doing great.
Yes, she is.
She's serving well for us.
Amarillo sets it up. Barton going deep for that one. Back over to Moody. Going to be taken over by Watts. We'll set it up for Amarillo. Carly couldn't quite get there to it.
And it looks like they're just hitting the same spot, and it's working. Right in that middle area. And Carly's getting to him sometimes, but other times she can't lay out for it all the day.
It's all about the placement, and they're bringing it on that. I believe we've got 21-14, if I'm not mistaken. Serve comes from Amarillo.
I think that's what I'm seeing too.
Oh man, it's Sienna Watts with a big kill that time. She's just a sophomore. She's going to be a force.
She is. I can't wait to watch her the next 2 years at least.
Sent over by Carly on the serve. Amarillo returns just the tipper. Kirkland was there for it. Sarah tried to bring it, couldn't quite get to it. And it's 22.
And you know with
15, 22-15.
22-15.
I just now saw it.
With another game right after this at 10 o'clock, are you trying to sub in your girls more often, save their energy a little bit?
I think so. And plus the fact you get just a little bit of a break, Cole, and then they play again at noon.
Yeah. I mean, it's not 3 back-to-back games, but still, that is a lot of volleyball in a short amount of time.
Sent back, and and you consider yesterday, each time the girls played 3 games yesterday, but they had a break. They played at 3 and then not again till 5 and then not till 8. So, yeah, this back-to-back stuff and then just an hour in between the next game. So, you got to serve them. I mean, you got to save them.
Yes, sir.
Because you play on tomorrow.
And they've got to go to class after this. They're still students.
Long one. That's 2 in a row now that have gone long for Amarillo, and the Lady Pirates creeping back in a little bit here.
22-17.
Sarah with the serve. Set it up by Nichols. Comes up Sarah. Blocked back. Good save that time by Moody.
And that volleyball's going to come on our court.
We'll do that again.
And with the other girls warming up and they're just hitting volleyballs, I imagine that's probably not the only time that's going to happen.
No, it's not. Yeah.
We've put a coach over there to block volleyballs. He can't get them all.
Nope. Amarillo sets it up and just got one of those in that area right there. And 23-17, game 1.
And you know we're not playing bad. It just looks like they're hitting it to wherever we're not.
Right.
And we're going to take another timeout here.
Take a quick timeout. Yeah, and of course, now next week's going to be just a little bit different. It'll be a little more relaxed next week. You guys will be able to have regular days because as of right now, we have one sporting event next week here, and that's going to be the very first football game of the year. We're going to be traveling to Carrollton. That's Carrollton Ranch View, I believe, is the team that we're going to. There's 4 schools over there in Carrollton, and you have to, as Cheesy told me the other day, we got the Thursday flip. That's why we're playing over there on Thursday. So, but it's going to be exciting to have that very first football game.
And I think it'll be interesting to see our lineup with quarterback Austin Jinkerson graduating, and 2 of our receivers, Gus Hamlin and Crash. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. I think it'll be interesting to see our new lineup and how they work together.
I got a preview of it the other night on the scrimmage. The very first play from scrimmage, handoff to Jaden Rogers.
That kid is fast.
And he bolted.
Yeah.
He got around and that's the thing about the dude's thick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is built, but it's amazing how fast he is. At the size that he's got, he made it around left end and just left everybody in the dust and scored on that first touchdown. He scored a couple. But you got a player like that. I think Jaden he had 1,200 yards rushing last year. His freshman year, he had 200-300 yards. So this kid is on pace right now to have a monster career.
Zach Watson a little bit.
You're right on that. Of course, Zach, 3,300 yards rushing in his career at Granbury High School, and I'm sure Rogers with 2 years left is thinking, attainable?
He's shooting for it for sure.
Ain't no doubt. Oh, nice shot. That's a great one again by
think that
Watts.
One hit the floor.
It did.
23-18 here. Amarillo still got a lead, but Sienna's going to go back to serve. Sienna Watts.
Sienna Watts.
Her being a sophomore.
Rachel Poirier into the lineup up front, along with Nichols and Kirkland. Watts brings it. Lady Pirates need to pick this one. Nice, powerful serve, but Amarillo plays it and returns. Going to be set up by Sienna. Here it comes on the other side to Kirkland. Back into the net, and it's 24-18.
Just didn't get that one quite high enough.
Not quite.
24-18, you said?
Yeah, 24-18. This is game point here in this first game of 3 for Granbury today.
Yep, best of 3 match as well.
Ball's going to be set up. Here it comes. Oh, hammer down by
that
Poirier.
One's going to go down.
Rachel Poirier.
You know, I'm hoping Coach Williams returns pretty quickly because we don't know how to run this stuff.
I'm just here to talk.
We're here to talk. So we might just keep talking while it happens.
And you know that's the beauty of what we got going on here, Cole, is the technology that we're able to utilize with what we're doing here today. We got it set up today with 3 cameras.
3 cameras, and that one's going to drop for Granbury. They just didn't communicate well right there.
Excellent.
That's going to be a point again. 24-20.
Right, 24-20. Lady Pirates fighting their way back into this. It's game point again. Serve comes from Nichols. Amarillo sets it up. They'll just have to go with the twofer to get it across. Sarah's going to set this one up to the far side. Goes to Poirier, and it's going to be out. And that will do it for game number 1, 25-20. Lady Pirates, you know, valiant effort to get back into this. At Amarillo at one time 7-8 points ahead, but good job for the ladies. We'll get into number 2. But you know that's another thing about what we've got going on here in Pirate Sports Network is the technology, the graphics that we're going to be able to utilize during all of our broadcasts. Of course, you can't really utilize them on a situation like this, Cole, because you don't have the full use of the full gym. You don't have the scoreboard up here. It's hard to keep that running score on here. But when we get everything flowing, you'll be able to see the running score, the time clock, and names and pictures are going to be popping up of the students and the players and everything. So it's going to be a really incredible product. And I think, and the transition from Granbury Sports on Facebook to Pirate Sports Network on YouTube has gone pretty smooth. We've had assist from the city of Granbury, and of course a big assist. One of my former students, in fact, now the communications director, Lisa Oliver.
Yeah,
and she's a great job of pumping it out there.
And it's been a big transition. I know you've accumulated a following over the past years, and so we're just hoping to bring some more, I don't want to say youth into it, but more school into it.
That's the idea, man. That's where I started it. I mean, back in '98. Well, actually, it started before then with a guy named Mark Rash, who I will always be eternally grateful for, because he's the one that gave me that gig to do the first play-by-play game back in '92 for Pirate football. So, but I'll always be thankful to Mark. And then we started with the school in '98, and we built a program that was just something else. But this is coming back. It's a dream of mine for this to be right where it is today, man. It's fantastic. Ain't nothing about the youth. It's about Granbury High School students, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I know when we added on that CTE building here at the high school,
we
got a green screen room.
Yeah.
So we have a studio with nice cameras, a green screen, a news desk. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
I think we'll do some interviews there, as well as the news, which I've been saying a lot, but we'll have like sports segments, weather. We're going to get serious about it, I hope.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any question about that, Cole. And like you say, the program, this is the first year of the media program that you guys are involved in. It's going to get nothing but bigger and better. You'll have to go, you know, your mom's going to have to go to another class of media, because there's so many that want to be in it. When the kids this year at the school see what you guys are doing, and it's going to really prop up the popularity.
Yeah.
And of course, my objective and that was what we had started talking. I started talking a few years ago to Dr. Jeremy Glenn about having this at the high school and bringing it back to the kids, because as I talked to you the first day that we talked this summer, objective and goal number 1 is maybe even next year, you're the play-by-play voice of Granbury Pirate football on the Pirate Sports Network. So, because you ain't going to be here forever. That's my objective right there, my man.
And I've talked to you and I've talked to Ms. Bradley a lot, and y'all both seem really excited to do this.
Oh, man.
And I think once our kids realize how fun this will be, that we'll get more on.
It is, yeah, you're correct on that. We're about ready for game number 2 here. Girls will be at on this end of the floor this time in game number 2. That was pretty quick. That was only about a 30-minute game Lady Pirates had right there. Yeah, so just a lot of exciting things. And I tell you what, Cole, another thing I'm very excited about is the sponsorship this year for Pirate Sports Network. I have more sponsors this year than I ever have. And I've got more coming in. So it's just, the community is really responding to it.
And I think it's just something new that they like to see.
Yep.
And they're going to get behind it. And, if we can get more community support for us, that'll be better.
You bet it will. All right, so here we go, I think.
Maybe.
Okay, it goes to Amarillo. They will serve first here, so a lot of exciting things you're going to be seeing on Pirate Sports Network all year long. First serve by Amarillo. Comes back again. Kirkland, nice kill that time, but Amarillo plays it and brings it back over and off the hands of Moody. That was a high shot.
Yeah, it was. And I'm not sure if that one was going to go out, but I think the safe option there is try to hit it.
1-0 Amarillo.
And that one ended up in the stands.
It did.
Not something you see often, but when you're playing 2 games at one time, nothing's normal.
And also one thing that you don't see very often, Shahan, the coach, went up and retrieved the ball out of the stands.
Yeah, we normally have a guy for that.
I know it. Amarillo puts it back in play again. Kirkland tried. Boy, that went to her right side. She was leaning a little bit left, and it's 2-0 Amarillo here in game number 2.
No, hopefully we bounce back from this. I think we can, though. It's still early.
Serve comes. Back it goes to Watts. Set back up to her. She'll bring it. Amarillo gets it and sets it to play. Blocked by the Lady Pirates. Nice job that time. Kristen Nichols. That is her magic right there. We almost got one up here to us, man.
We're going to get some souvenirs today.
And
One's on. And it's on our court.
That was a heck of a bounce. The ball came right to us and then ended up over on the girls' court. That's crazy.
We gotta protect our equipment. we got some nice cameras over here.
Of course, the other day we had the table right down here. Coach Williams had the 2 cameras set up and had guys positioned to keep the balls away from the camera. That was tough. But we're up here out of the harm's way almost. Back to Kirkland.
And I don't know what happened there, but I think they give Amarillo the point.
I don't know how.
Scoreboard says 3-0. We'll see.
Nichols again, 2 times for Kristen Nichols to get that spot that she likes so much.
Did you see Coach Shahan right there? She had to run across the bottom of the court. She saved us from a jump ball there. We got our point.
3-1 here. Welch serving first time for the Lady Pirates. Missed that one. Good. I'll take mistiming for Amarillo, and it's 3-2.
I'm not sure I've seen that. Coach having to run across the court to go hit a volleyball. And she was hustling.
She's been active all game here.
She's getting into the game, too.
Welch set up Amarillo. The one-hander, not enough on it, and it's 4-2 Amarillo.
And I don't know who's cooking outside, but they've got some barbecue that I know I'll probably end up having someday.
They got some pulled pork sandwiches out there, I'm telling you. I'm sure part of the Booster Club, of course, and that's a good thing.
Hey, I'll support that.
Long on that serve.
And that one's going to come into the stands as well. That's going to be our point.
And, this is such a great time for right now, and, of course, coming up a little bit later on, November, December, when the basketball tournament will be taking place. Great fundraiser for the booster clubs of all of the sports, and it's a great time when we have all these tournaments. Amarillo, wow, that thing went way out.
That disappeared.
I thought it went into the clock and he never came back down. Rachel Poirier with a hammer, but Amarillo will recover.
Oh,
not
good
on
block
that
there.
one. Boom! Kaylee Kirkland.
She was all over that.
Looks like we are at 4-4 here, Mr. Bradley.
And I believe, these tournaments are a good way for businesses to support themselves, get their name out there.
You got it.
And sometimes it's just a dad out here barbecuing.
Sarah's going to set this up, goes to Kirkland, back over on the block for Amarillo.
Didn't get that one quite high enough.
5-4 now, Amarillo up by 1. They lead 1 game to none. They took the first one 25-20.
You know, it's kind of quiet sometimes for 2 games going on.
It is.
And then other times you got noise echoing really loud.
Oh,
that one's in.
Beautiful shot that time. Rachel Poirier, long distance.
And that was just perfect placement right there, right before the line. And it hopped into the stands.
It certainly did. Again, 5-5 is our score here in this one. Of course, this is the best 2 out of 3. Lady Pirates can pull this one off. We'll play a 3rd game.
And I think if we go into a 3rd game, it'll be hard to go right back into another one. But
ain't no doubt. Long return in Granbury. Granbury has the lead at 6-5.
This hasn't happened since.
Well, we started the game off in the lead, and that was it. But this is the first time since early in the first game. So great recovery by the Lady Pirates. Nichols on the serve. Set this up for the return. Sarah got that knuckler. That was a tough one to handle, and we're tied at 6. I think the first period bell.
Oh, was that what that was?
I think that was. So are you going to have to vacate? Amarillo will get it. They'll send it back. Oh, Carly couldn't quite get there, and it's 7-all.
It's still a close game, and it's going back and forth pretty
well. Certainly is. This is a really good game here. 7-all here. Nobody has been dominant. It's just back and forth, like Cole said. Carly goes deep on that one. Sarah will set this up. It goes to Poirier. That one's a little long.
And, you know, it's already, with that bell ringing, it's already 9:45. And with another game at 10, this is going to be a quick turnaround.
It sure will.
Do you know who we're playing?
Hereford.
Hereford.
That's another West Texas school out there.
Man, that's a long drive.
Yes, it is.
You got to be dedicated
Sarah,
to some volleyball.
Kirkpatrick. Good job that time digging deep. Kirkland, it'll go over to Poirier. It's a good save by Cassidy. Take it again to Kirkland. Oh, mercy.
And with that first period bell ringing, I imagine Coach Williams may or may not be back soon. We'll get to use our commercials maybe.
Granbury, Amarillo, game 2 here.
But Coach Williams is still a teacher.
That's right.
Coaches do teach.
Kill down, a good job by Kirkland. It'll play over. They'll take it this time over to Watts. Ooh, yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, that one came down hard.
Yeah, 8-8. A perfect setup that time, and the results you could see.
You know, it's a little chilly in here, surprisingly.
It is amazing.
Mid-August, but it is. It's nice in here. You're not busting sweat.
No, you're
unless
not.
You're playing.
Yeah, and obviously I'm sure they've got it adjusted because so many people in here. You got 2 games going on, and
a lot of fans, surprisingly. Yep. But I think most of the fans are parents or other teams.
Oh,
that
nice
stayed
one.
in.
Granbury's getting some really good action off of that left side over there. That was Watts. Poirier has also been successful over there. We've got the new assistant coach. I know Coach Chavez. She, oh my goodness. Woo! Set that one up and down.
And that took a trip. It's all the way over here.
Yeah. And there's a former player that is one of the coaches now, an assistant coach and a teacher here at the high school. I think it's Christy. She used to play here, graduated in 2008. She's back here to do some more good for the Pirates. Oh, what a show.
And they're going to call that out.
No way.
Yeah, that was close. I don't know about that, but I guess it was out. And then you've got the manager, Mackay Scott.
I mean, what did I tell you? Scott family's made so many contributions. You see, you've got Mackenzie, Mackay, Michael last year.
He was a football player.
Yeah, he was.
And that one went out. We're going to give it back.
We'll take that back. No kidding. We are at 13-11 now.
And Mackay's been through a lot with his volleyball team. I know he's been up here for 2 or 3 years at least.
Yep, sure has.
And he's been in almost all the games, I want to say.
Well, he's a valuable part of this team as the manager.
He is, and I'm betting those girls treat him pretty well.
Excellent job. Kristen Nichols hammers that down. It's 13-12. Yeah, and I tell you what, he puts them through it when he's out there on that floor working with them too.
Yeah, and he's getting up there and cheering with them too. He's not just doing the book.
Oh, no.
Looks like we've got some class joining us.
Served by Watts, return from Amarillo. Watts will have it over to Sarah. This is going to go to Poirier.
And that's going to stay in.
Poirier puts it down, and it's 13-all.
This is a close match so
No,
far.
it is. Played very well by both teams. You talked about it being a little cool in here. Over on the other side in the bleachers, all the blankets that have been brought into play over there.
Carrying around a blanket in mid-August.
Watts with the serve. Taken right down, and it's another point for Amarillo, and it's 14-13 here in game number 2.
And I imagine some of these parents from Amarillo and all that, they're just going to stay here, so they're going to get comfy.
Oh, yeah.
They bring out the blankets, maybe a pillow, maybe a nap, who knows?
Well, and I can tell you what, I'll tell you right, well, good. Service era. You talking about cold. Amarillo, I mean, there's no wind block between Amarillo and the border of Canada. So all those fronts blow through there, and it snows, oh my goodness. It gets cold up in that country. So those people are used to it. This is nothing to them. Good job good night. Good job on the receiving end of that by Nichols, but no one in place to return it. And it's 15-13 by Amarillo in the lead.
She's going to tag out Hereford, Carly Barton, to come back in.
Poirier will set it to Sarah. Sarah's going to go to Kirkland, and it's going to go long.
That was close. That was about a volleyball away from just being in. But these girls, I imagine they've played volleyball for a long time. They know whether it's going to go out or in.
That's all they do.
And then you've got coaches yelling in and out as well.
Good shot by Kirkpatrick, but Amarillo will play it, bring it on back over. Good job, good dive that time by James to bring that one. Sarah, Barton takes it to Poirier, who puts it down.
And that's going to make it 15-16. Granbury's still down by 1, but they're fighting back.
I mean, playing it tight here in this one. Side out, it's going to be Kaylee Kirkland serving for the Lady Pirates here in this one.
She's in her senior year this year. I want to say second year on varsity.
Yep, certainly is.
And it's going to get over the net.
Oh, opposite way, 17-15 Amarillo now.
And just an unlucky tip right there.
It was, absolutely.
And you know, we were talking about Mackay Scott. I believe I see Miss Scott down there.
Oh, yeah.
She's really nice.
Ball tipped over. Kirkpatrick keeps the ball in play. The return by Kirkland is too long.
These are close, but looks like we're going to take a timeout. 15-18 Granbury. And Coach Williams has returned.
Okay, excellent. Bring your second period class over here. These kids going to be involved on the other end of the class.
Yes. They'll be helping us edit our videos.
That's
so
right.
We'll be the faces of the news, but these guys are the real ones that make it happen.
That's the cool part of it is everything is included in this.
And everyone does their part.
Yeah.
We'll communicate with each other. Hey, you got to fix this, you got to do that. And we filmed a little segment in our studio the other day.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. We were switching from camera to camera.
That's cool stuff, man.
Had microphones.
Yeah.
And it's surreal. So can't wait.
Great way to describe it, man. All right, timeout. Lady Pirates trailing by 3, 18-15 here in this second game. It's the best 2 out of 3 that we're playing here in this second day of Well, this wouldn't be, I guess you would still consider this pool play. Depends on how you do today as to where you are tomorrow.
And I can't believe right now it's a Friday.
Oh,
With our school starting Tuesday,
yeah,
kind of thrown me off.
Quick week.
But, I'm ready for the weekend.
Yeah, after that first week of school, I can just imagine Kirkpatrick. Amarillo plays it on. A return it. Poirier sets it right back up to Rachel. Block. Oh, nice play that time by Cassidy. She'll send it just a little wide, and it's 19-15.
I think they moved the lines. Because we're hitting just outside of them. This has got to be different. Looks like Coach is using this to teach some of his kids.
Heck yes.
Always use that.
Unbelievable. Here it comes, the return to Poirier. A knuckleball in that time, and it's 20-15 now, Amarillo.
And we're going to take another timeout here.
You know, the ladies played this entire game. Just here as of late, Amarillo's opened it up just a little bit. But we got time to get back into it, and we're going to have time to get back into it because as soon as this one is done,
we're going right back into it.
We're scheduled to start game 2 for
minutes.
Granbury taking on Hereford. But, you know, okay, a quick example here. The other night, on Tuesday night, we had the Granbury in it was a dual match. Granbury taking on Waxahachie and Joshua. The first game, girls played Waxahachie in 4 games. They played 4 straight. And then they had a break. And then Joshua game went 5. So if they play 4 straight games, ain't no big deal, you know, because they're used to
They've
that.
done it before.
They have. That was a grueling night. I think we got finished around 10:30.
I heard about that.
Mercy.
I had to go home. I got some homework and some papers to sign, but
yep.
I'm here now.
Certainly glad to see that.
Amarillo's serve coming out of this timeout.
20-15 in the lead. Going to be set up. Poirier, they're not going to get that one.
You can't go back there. That was a shot coming down.
It certainly was. Rachel hammering down on that, and she'll go back to serve here. It's 2016, the regular season. Now, next weekend, supposed to have a tournament, but I believe, talking to Shahan, we might have a home game on Friday night for a Lady Pirate volleyball.
And I believe they originally gave this point to Granbury, but I don't know what they're discussing it about.
Huh, I don't either.
I couldn't say that word. Discussing it. There we go.
Easy for you to say.
And so if Granbury gets this point, it'll be 18-21, but it's going to go to a jump ball.
You hate jump balls in volleyball.
I know. I didn't know that was a thing until last night. There's a lot of new things I've learned recently about volleyball. But I'll be ready for next year.
I'm always learning stuff about the sports. Kirkpatrick. The return from Amarillo. They let it go, and it's a little short, and it will be point Amarillo, and it's 22-17. That's one of those tough decisions.
And speaking of new stuff I've learned, you know there's a term pancake?
Why, sure. That's used in several sports.
This is still the same game. The new game, Lieutenant.
Set the ball up on Barton on the backside. We'll bring it over to Watts. Block back, and Amarillo at 23-17.
And this was a back and forth game up until about just right now. It's Miss Bradley.
Set this one up. It'll go back to the other side. Watts with a hammer.
She came down hard with that volleyball.
Again, 23-18. It's about the time the Lady Pirates made their charge in the last game, only to fall in that, but you got to keep playing on.
And you imagine it's already 10 o'clock right now. We're going to have to take a little bit of a break.
Yes, they will. Yeah, they'll have a break, a long one, not able to get to it, and this is going to be match point coming up here for Amarillo.
18-24 here. It's 6-point difference.
Amarillo will serve here to the Lady Pirates. But this is what you have games like this for later on in the season when you're in heated battles in district play.
Yeah, you're going to find out who's more conditioned a little bit.
Well, that's going to do it. Ooh, that became all, oh, nice catch. Sweet. Well, that's going to do it. Amarillo with the victory. It is 25-18, 25-20 and 25-18 in the games today. Cole, Lady Pirates fought hard, but Amarillo is just a good team, as they always are.
Yeah, you don't come this far for volleyball unless you're here to compete.
It's just it's something about those West Texas schools up there when you got Amarillo, you got the Canyons, you got the Herefords, and that's all they got to do.
And I've seen a Lubbock bus.
Oh yes,
as well.
Lubbock, same thing. There a lot of power in basketball and in volleyball for women's sports in that neck of the woods. Because, like I say, what else you going to do living up there but do those things?
Got to find something. And we're going to see the other team here warming up. I believe that's Hereford.
That's
you said?
Hereford. That's Hereford. Yep. That's the Hereford Lady Steers. In fact, no, wait a minute. And that's Big Spring. I'm thinking the wrong thing. You know, speaking of that, like a team like Hereford, team like Amarillo, when you look at their districts that they're in.
Yeah.
Okay. A Tuesday night game would be a trip to Lubbock.
Yeah.
Or a trip for Hereford would be like over to Pecos. I mean, well over 100 miles, and that's just regular district games. So I remember when we were in in fact, we're in one right now. We're going to be for football. We're going to be in a long-distance district coming up this year. And it's like Dwight Butler says, hey, I coached in Big Springs. It wasn't any big deal. We drive 200 miles on a Tuesday night for a basketball game. So, you know, but yeah, we've got the 5 road games that Granbury football has. I mean, we're going to be road warriors.
And I know with baseball this past couple of years, we've had to make trips to Wichita
Falls. That's right.
And then come back the next day and have school.
Yes. Now, and there's only going to be one of those. We only have one of the Ryder. Ryder is in our district. Old High went down to 4A.
They did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they. And of course, you talk about a transition up there in Wichita Falls. They're building 2 brand new high schools up there.
Yeah.
They're doing away with. They've got Old High, they got Ryder, and they got Wichita Falls Hershey. All 3 of those are going to go away, and they're going to have I think it's a memorial and a legacy high school. They're trying to bring Wichita Falls back in the day.
Yeah.
Back years and years ago when they had the one high school, Wichita Falls High, they won 6 state championships in football.
Yeah.
They haven't been there since.
And that's one of the things. Some of those schools you see that are separate, you've got multiple schools in one city. You just think, what could they do if all the good players were on one team?
I know, exactly. That's another school similar to that was Abilene. Abilene now has 3 high schools. Back in the day, Abilene, when it was one high school, had 6 state championships. They were able to get another one here a couple of years ago. But you know, when you divide it like that, it's very difficult to repeat performance when you're dividing up all the athletes.
Yeah, because you might have some here, some there, and I know we had split middle schools here. And it was a little bit of that, but it's middle school still, so you don't know.
I know.
And we're going to see the other team warming up here, and Granbury's just in a huddle. They're talking, and you've got 2 of our seniors talking with the refs and the other team.
Right. Getting the captains having their signature.
And you're wondering, what are they thinking? Change up the game plan? Keep it going?
Just got, it's I don't know that I don't know the talent that's on Hereford. We won't know until we see them get out on the floor, but Amarillo was stacked. I mean, they're a good, very good they were very easily to compare to Canyon Randall last night.
Yeah.
Both really good volleyball teams.
And I'm seeing Coach Shahan, I believe, is not actually in that huddle. I think it's just the team and the manager.
Okay.
And so they've got to be having their own little pep talk. But they're going to come out and they're going to start getting warmed up here.
Let's do this. If we could get Dondre over there, we could take us a little bit of a break. Well, folks, we are involved in day 2. We're involved in day 2 of Lady Pirate Volleyball, the tournament going on here. Lady Pirates 2-1 yesterday, and here we're going to have some breaks. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That got to, oh, there, that's a whole lot better.
There we
you
go.
take over while I sneeze.
And coming out of this commercial break, I've looked at what Coach Williams has been doing back here. It is amazing work. They've got a lot of wires and plenty of buttons to go through, and they know what they're doing. They're managing it. They're behind, and him and his video team, they're behind the cameras, they're behind the scenes, behind the computers, they're editing, and they do great work for us here in the not only the high school, but the digital team as well.
Absolutely right, Cole. This is you know, you got to have that full thing. You got to have the full effect of everybody, the guy doing the editing, making the graphics, running the camera, and you guys in front of the camera, and everybody, you know, and that's when I taught the program back in the day. Guys that come from, pardon me, guys that come from nowhere, and they come into the class and they're real quiet, stuff like that. They turn out to be the main editor or the lead camera guy, stuff like. So there's something for everybody, every kind of a student in this program.
And you might not see all their faces, but we could definitely not do this without them.
Oh, ain't no doubt, man.
Hopefully by the end of the year, I could manage some of those buttons, but it looks really complicated right now.
But that's the objective. I'll give you a quick example of what you guys are going to be experiencing as the on-air folks. You're going to be learning the whole aspect of it. I had a student back in 2007. Her name was Kristen Shanahan. She was homecoming queen, and she decided that she was going to do this for an industry. She learned every aspect of it. She went down to University of Texas, and they asked, "Do you have any kind of?" They said there was 400 people that wanted to get into the program, into the video program. And they asked the question at the end, are there any people who have an example of your work? And a girl, and Kristen raised her hand. This girl, I have one commercial, and Kristen had a 2-hour DVD. But it wasn't just her being on camera, it was her doing the editing and running the camera too. Yeah. So she was on air and editing her very first year in University of Texas TV station. So that's the kind of things, like your brother.
Yeah.
Look what your brother did last year. Parker's a prime example of that. Knows the whole thing. He's on air. He can do play-by-play, and he can edit and run a camera. That's what to expect from this program.
And he's up at OSU now, trying to continue his career in that. And I'm down here carrying on the family name.
That's tradition, baby. You getting it started. That's right, man.
But I'd walk up here to their table, and he had the setup. I mean, his was more complicated. It wasn't as dialed down as this. There were wires everywhere. You couldn't walk anywhere without being told, be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
And so just seeing what this has grown from is amazing.
In 1 year, the technology that Dondre and Dawn have brought in here to this is just beyond anything I can imagine, because back when we first started the program, we were doing tape-to-tape editing.
Yeah.
If you even know what that is.
I don't. Can't say I do.
Well, we had the old VHS tapes that we recorded things down onto. Then you put the tape into the tape player, and then you edit it down to another tape. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, yeah.
And Parker did have some help. He had Carter McKay there helping him commentate, and one of Miss Bradley's and Coach Williams' students, Macy, was I don't know her last name, but she was doing great. I think it's Landon. She would help out behind the camera.
Yeah.
She'd run the computers. She'd press the buttons. But they had a good setup going, and I'm happy to see this is what it's turned into.
Yeah. The unsung heroes of your video production program are the ones that you don't ever see in front of the camera. We're getting ready for this one. Game 2 for your Lady Pirates, taking on the ladies from Hereford. Now, the one thing I do notice about Hereford, they've got one real tall girl, but not really a lot of height on that team over there. Didn't look like it.
I have a feeling she's going to stay around the net for a long time. But
Lady Pirates, game number 2, they fell to Amarillo in the first, 25-20 and 25-18, taking on Hereford here. Now, they will be playing, well,
one more.
It's supposed to be a 12, but this one was supposed to be a 10, and it's 10-15. So
looks like we're running about 15 minutes behind. hopefully we can get this one in a quick game.
I would like it.
Because I am still a student. I have to go back to class eventually.
I know it.
I got to say, this is way more fun than class, though.
You think? All right, so getting ready for this one. Sarah Welch will start things off from the service line.
She's going to be on the court with Carly Barton, Kylie Moody, KK Kirkland, Kristen Nichols.
Birthday girl.
Yes, it is her birthday.
Kristen Nichols, senior, her birthday today. And the other one, of course, Rachel Poirier out there, number 12. So happy birthday, Kristen Nichols. Serve, oh my goodness, ace.
And that one's going to go to the bench.
Strong serve that time by Sarah.
That's how you like to see these start off.
Oh, mercy.
We've been starting them off a lot like that. So
we sure did last night. Another one comes from Sarah. Hereford sets it up. They'll have to return this one. Carly goes to Sarah. Take it on the other side to Poirier. Amarillo sets it. Excuse me, Amarillo. I'm in that groove. Hereford sets it. Sarah, Poirier, long distance.
Just out.
Just a little wide. 1-1.
And we're going to see Hereford now serving.
Bringing it on to Barton. Back it goes. Here comes from. Oh, that was a nice.
Great.
That was a nice little move for the Lady Pirates. Looked like that Nichols was going to be set up, and right behind her was Poirier, who put it down 2-1.
Good little pump fake right there.
Rachel will be serving here. Granbury 2-1 here in game number 2.
And with last match's loss, I believe that brings our record to 2-2 for this tournament.
That's exactly right. That was a strong return. The one tall girl we were talking about made that happen, and now she goes out of the lineup. We are tied at 2 here early on in game 2 for the Lady Pirates.
And you got to think they're playing 3 games a day.
Yep.
3 days a week, or 3 days total.
A little bit long on that return by Watts. Also in the lineup is James. This is what what you're talking about earlier is the grueling times that are tournament play, and you've got to get everybody in, or you're not going to be able to finish the day.
And that one went right off the net, and I don't think she was expecting it.
A little bit of a roll-off there. That was unusual. 3-2 was the score, and birthday girl will go back to serve, Kristen Nichols.
And I'm looking at our lineup. We've got a pretty senior-packed lineup right now.
Yeah.
And you like to see that. That's 4-year commitment from a lot of girls.
Hammer down, yeah, I'm telling you. Woo.
She came down hard on that one.
She certainly did. That shows Hereford 4-3. I thought it was
a tied game?
Yeah, I did. I was wrong, obviously.
It's all right, though. Still a one-point ball game. Nothing to be afraid about.
Serve. Oh, great dig that time by Barton. And the hammer down is in, and it's 5-3 Hereford.
And I think she's starting already above the net. She can put her hands up. She's already there.
Yeah.
And she jumps as well. She's just floating. It's going to be hard to combat, but I think we could do it.
Watts. Kirkland with a extremely heavy-duty one that time. That had to hurt on the receiving end of that. And it's Granbury trailing 5-4 here in this one. And we'll serve with Kaylee Kirkland.
Gotta say, when's the last time you took a volleyball off the wrist? Those hurt.
Yeah, they do.
And that's gonna stay in.
Oh, nice little backline ace that time by KK.
You know, and I don't know if Hereford has played on this sideways court yet, but I don't know if that's throwing them off or not. It could be.
Hereford sets it up for the return on that side over there. And that's a strong side, left side for Hereford. Been very effective. That's 3 kills from right there, and they lead 6-5.
Carly laid out for that one. She just couldn't get there. She's laying out for a lot of these. She's
Kirkland,
not going to give you half effort.
Not hardly. Kirkland gets the ball on the return. Here comes the play. Oh, nice save by James. Kirkland will go to Welch. He'll send it on over. Set up by Hereford. Bringing it down, and they did.
And that one went into the stands as well. with these spikes and kills coming down hard, I think we might see a lot of those this game.
7-5 Hereford in the lead here. James set up. Watts kept in play, brought back. Oh, nice block at the net, but it's going to be off of Granbury and out, and it's 8-5 Hereford.
That was a long distance for that ball to go. I mean, it went from net to net.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you block that, and it's coming off hot when it goes half court at least.
Ain't no doubt.
That's going to make the score 5-8 Hereford.
James will set it up. Here comes to Welch. Right back at it, blocked. Kirkpatrick tried to get it up and over, but at the line was Hereford, and they lead this 9-5.
I just don't think we've got it past the net so far, but she's dominating that tall girl.
Good dig by Kirkland with just a tip over that time by Watts. Brings it back on the return. Oh, nice save by James. Miscommunication on the return, and it's a 10-5 game. Hereford in the lead.
Where'd the points go?
Yeah, wow.
Close game, but still early.
Let that one go. Good
that
decision on that one. 10-6 now. Side out Granbury. We did. Barton will serve now for the Lady Pirates.
See Coach Shahan coaching them, telling them how they need to set up. Maybe they're changing up the game plan for the net, but it looks like they're just going to serve it.
There we go. Barton brings it. Hereford sets it, blocked by the Lady Pirates, and that one is in. It goes right back over to Hereford, and it is 11-6. Hereford leading here in game 1 of 2 on the second game of the day for your Lady Pirates. They'll have 3 done, 1/130s when they'll be finished for the day.
Looks like there might be a little confusion on the bench with subs. I don't know what's going on, though. I don't know subs. Still learning volleyball.
Now there is the officials watch rotation.
You do have to do this strategically.
And if you get out of rotation, the other point will actually get a point off of that. So,
and I believe
like you say, as you said, this is very strategic, and you have to be in the right place. Long on the serve. That went to Shahan, obviously out, and it will be 11-7 now. Lady Pirates trailing by 4. Carly Barton in service for the Lady Pirates.
And we're still trying to figure out our rotations, but it looks like we're getting it figured out pretty quickly. Rotating clockwise, some girls play the net, some girls serve.
Up, down, Barton, as always. Welch comes over to Poirier. Good job of recovering by Hereford. Ball taken back to Barton. Again, Nichols. Up and over, but Hereford plays. Into the net was Hereford, and Granbury gets the point.
8-11.
It was a doubles what happened on that one. So Carly will serve again. Hereford sets for the return. Here it comes, and it got down to, the thing of it is, Cole, we've got these 2 games going on right here. We've got games going on in the activity gym, Pirate Gym, and at GMS. I don't know if you knew that or not.
We're using all the gyms.
Ain't no doubt about it. 32 teams here for this, and we're utilizing every place for all of this activity to happen.
And I know they've cut off some of our school building for this tournament.
Going to be a timeout taken by Granbury to talk about that. Sarah was not a happy camper where that thing turned out. Somebody was out of place and unfortunately missed that. But, Granbury trailing 13-8 here in this second game of the day. And, again, it's something about, Cole, it's about and as you get on in high school and you'll find out about the power of the West Texas school sports. It's just, it's something unusual, something unique out there. And Lady Pirates are seeing it. Well, this will be the third, you got Canyon, you got Amarillo, and now you got Hereford, back to back to back in the games for the Lady Pirates.
And, you don't see Sarah Welch get angry that
No,
often.
you don't. No.
But after 2 straight losses and going down by 5 points already,
Yeah.
you got to be frustrated.
Yep.
And she's pretty good at controlling that usually, but sometimes it just happens.
Sarah goes down for that.
Kirkland.
Nice one across, but plays and got a tweener. It's 14-8 now. Lady Pirates trailing here in this second game.
You see Kylie Moody lay out for that one right there. We're giving all effort almost every play.
Kirkland to Welch. The ball just trickled down the net and falls over. Take this one on the other side to Nichols, and it's too long. 15-8, Hereford in the lead.
Yeah, that ball barely got over the net. Some of these just stay on the net for a while. Gets suspenseful.
Kirkland sets this one over. It'll go to Poirier. Hereford able to keep it in play. They'll return it. Nice save by Moody off of the face. Not able to get it over the net, and Hereford's on kind of a run right now, and it's up to 15-8.
I believe that says 8-16.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, doesn't help our case. We're going to see sophomore Allie McCabe come in here.
She'll have the first receiving all of that. We'll come back the other way to Nichols and Kristen.
That one just
with a birthday present.
Played right off her arms and went straight down. You see Kirkland sub back in here.
McCabe did her job when she came in, played it well, and Sarah Welch will serve here for the Lady Pirates. That's going to go an ace for the Lady Pirates. A strong serve by Welch. Unreturnable.
And you saw that back row get a little confused on, is it going to go out, is it going to stay in? I think that's what Sarah is good at here.
Welch will send a service error.
And that one's going to go to the locker rooms.
17-10 now our score here in this game one. So I'm not sure who the Lady Pirates play on the third game. We'll have to get that information to you. Nichols, you have to go ahead and send that on for Kirkland, and then another one is out by Granbury. And it is now 18-10.
And you can look over here to our right, David, and you'll see Coach Williams' class, and he's bringing students up here to the box.
Cool stuff in it.
Yep. We've got a student here right now, and he's just teaching them how to run this thing.
You've got 3 cameras running today. You have a stationary camera that is on Cole and I, and there's 2 cameras up top, and you got 2 students running those. You've got a production manager over here running all the operations, switching between cameras, and that's all students.
And Hereford's going to come down hard on that one, and that's just going to hit the floor. And it's great to see that eventually this could all be ran students.
It will be.
By students.
It will be. 18-11. Hereford serving here to the Lady Pirates. Back it goes. Going to be set up. Watts gets it over. Return just the tipper, but a good save that time by Welch. Barton goes back again. Tipped as it goes out of bounds. And it is Watts.
Look at me, point Granbury, and I believe that makes it 12-19. We're going to see Kristen Nichols. I believe that's how you say it.
That's it, Kristen Nichols.
I've been struggling with that name. She's going to go back to serve today, or right now.
She's the second of the Nichols sister. I was talking about that during the game the other night. Her had an older sister, Gracie Nichols, that played here. So return comes. Nice save by Kirkland. I'll get to the rest of it in a minute. Left-hander up by Bleeker.
She's in the game now, sophomore.
The ball is just a little long by Kirkland, and then it's 20. But Gracie Nichols and now Kristen, for 7 years running, there has been a Nichols playing volleyball at Granbury High School.
We've got some families like that everywhere. I believe Granbury took a timeout. Reminds me of the Walters, Matthew and Andrew.
Oh my gosh! And another one coming up.
Yes,
is
Nathan.
Nathan, that's right there. So we're gonna we're going to have a long story of Walters. In fact, I think Nathan I believe he's a freshman.
He is a freshman.
Okay.
Sadly, he doesn't play baseball, which is it's all right. But
I know he's a round baller.
He is.
Yes, he is. He's a basketball player, of course.
And I imagine choir. I don't know how he couldn't. Randall Walters, great.
Let me tell you one of the most amazing things I ever saw at a baseball game. Of course, not just the incredible play, but the year that Andrew and Matthew are both on varsity.
Yes.
And Dad Randall, of course, he's involved with Church of Christ, one of the choir directors over there. And the three of them got together on the field and sang the national anthem. I mean, I'm almost crying. It was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, just to see that moment, and Hereford comes back with a point after the timeout. Yeah, but the musical Walters family.
Yes. It's not often you get a guy that goes to. I mean, Matthew Walters was a heck of an athlete.
Yep.
Swim, choir, baseball.
Ooh, Kirkpatrick, bring it on down.
Came down hard with that one. And I believe his freshman year, varsity football as well.
He was all district.
Yeah. That kid could do whatever he set his mind to. And he went to Cornell University.
Yeah,
and that tells you how smart he was as well.
All state in swimming, all state in choir. Are you kidding me? Hammered. Oh, good grief.
Oh.
Wow, that was strong coming down on that one.
And it's not often you get to see family members sing on the field together.
Yeah, no, you don't.
And then go play a ball game.
It's 22-13. Serve comes from Hereford. Lady Pirates not able to get with it. Little frustration out there by the Lady Pirates. 23-13 here in this first game.
It is, and you got to think coming off of an 8 p.m. game last night, straight into a 9 and 10. These girls got to be a little tired at least.
Kirkpatrick, nice job. That's a couple in a row for Cassidy, the big senior. And Granbury makes it 23-14. Back into the lineup. We've got Rachel Poirier coming in for the Lady Pirates. And Bleeker will serve for the Lady Pirates. Nice serve, but saved and brought back into play by Hereford. Good recovery. Barton will set it up for Sarah. Sarah will take it over to Rachel, and it is wide.
Out. And you saw that save right there by Hereford. You can't do this on that side. Some of those that we hit high, you can't just open the gate and run into the stands.
Nope. 24-14. This is game point right here for Hereford here in this first game.
And as it seems, Coach
Moody
Williams has taken his class back right as we might have to cut to a commercial.
We'll keep it right here is what we're going to be doing for that. So
sounds about right. And this game been about 15 minutes long, already running at 10:30.
24-15 is the score. Here comes the serve. Carly Barton. This is another game point save. Oh, nice job that time by McCabe. Nichols pushes it on over. McCabe again. Going to be set up on the far side to Poirier. Blocked by Hereford. Keeps it in play. Sets it up for the return. Blocked by the Lady Pirates. Poirier saves it. Nichols down with it.
And I saw Poirier, I believe, touch that ball twice in a row, right?
Well, when it's a block like that, I don't think it counts as a hit.
I don't neither. Some of this stuff, you never know.
It's all new. That's right. You'll get it all figured out. Barton comes. Oh, nice save that time. Here comes Hereford on the return. McCabe, but we couldn't get to it on the return, and that is game one going to Hereford. 25-18, I believe.
I believe it was 16, but
I'm trying to help things out.
18's all right. We'll take it.
All right, thank you very much, man. Yeah, you talk, and another legacy here to talk about is Blakely Bleeker. Her mom and dad, both athletes here at Granbury High School. Brandon Bleeker, I got to talk to him a little bit yesterday and put a post up on Granbury Sports on Facebook. He was one of the greatest athletes I've ever seen at Granbury High School. He was an amazing football player.
And there's more Bleekers coming.
There is.
I believe there's an 8th grader.
Yeah.
Bleeker right now. And then
he is, I think the younger one is 6th, I believe. So yeah. Yeah, so
Not a long ways.
It's really cool to see that. Brandon is the all-time home run leader for Pirate baseball.
Yeah.
With 25 home runs. Well, one year, his senior year, he had 15.
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
Another record that'll never be broken. But to see that legacy. But then on the other hand of that, Cole, just like you and I'm sitting here talking to a legacy right here from the Bradley and that family. Of course, your dad played basketball here. I called his name. Now I'm talking to you.
Yes.
So
my dad, Scott, he played some basketball, some football here.
Yeah, he did.
And Parker, 3-year varsity baseball.
That's right. I know it.
And broadcasting. And so, I mean, I'm just trying to keep going, maybe do a little better than him. It's not a competition, but it might be.
Of course, it's sibling rivalry, man. There's nothing like it.
And I mean, it makes us better.
It does. It sure does. Man.
And I'm excited to see what OSU does for him.
Of course. And myself being from Oklahoma, I'm an OSU fan, except when they play Oklahoma. So that's just how I roll. It's part of the deal. So.
And I think he'll fit in real well there.
Yeah.
He's not a shy kind of person.
No, he's not. He's not. Outgoing kind of kid, but that kind of personality is what it takes to do stuff like you're doing here, like he did last year, and for someone like him, it's great that the program came in when it did.
Yes.
Or Parker wouldn't be at Oklahoma State right now.
No, he was going to be an engineer until his last year, which is surprising.
Yeah.
You go from engineering to broadcasting, but
you
do what you do.
You do what you got to do. That's right. Well, the Lady Pirates are getting ready to take on Hereford here again. Lady Pirates struggling this morning, but you're playing some really good competition here in this Amarillo and this Hereford team that they're playing back to back. Lady Pirates will have one more game today, and that will determine how they play this afternoon. That will determine where and when they play tomorrow.
And coming out of this huddle for Granbury, we're going to be on the far side of the court, so a little harder for us to see. But we're also going to have a little bit more room back there for our girls to serve, and we get some more chances at saves.
Absolutely. So here we go. We're just about ready to get this thing going here for game number 2.
Looks like Hereford's going to have the first serve.
We got Barton, and we got Moody and Bleeker. I see Nichols out there, of course, Sarah Welch, and I believe Rachel Poirier. That's the starting 6 for the Granbury Lady Pirates here in game number 2.
Can we just take a second to talk about Sarah Welch?
Oh, talk to me.
She's got 1,500 assists.
That's right.
3-year varsity player.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still going. She's still got a whole nother year.
Oh, I know.
And she's got college, committed to John Brown University. We said this last night. We'll say it again. And she's going there for volleyball.
Yeah.
And she's one of those that you rarely see her off the court.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't leave.
She's commanding the team. She'll lead. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes.
Dig that time. That's by Barton. It's taken over by Nichols here. Set up for Hereford. And not able to get back. That's a tough one to climb down to the floor with Carly Barton not able to do it, and it's 1-0.
She is.
Hereford here.
I think these girls got some spring in their shoes.
They no doubt about it.
They're jumping.
Back to Barton. Barton will set this up. Not able to get that over the net as Poirier, and it's 2-0 Hereford.
Hereford coming out of the gate hot here. We just hope Granbury can bounce back quickly.
Set this up, Sarah. Down it goes to Nichols, and it's
out. And they didn't touch it, and it's already a 3-0 ball game.
3-0 Hereford here early. Digging deep I tell you what, Hereford is.
They're coming out hot.
Rocking and rolling some heat right here early in this one, 4-0 here.
They're putting it what seems like just where we're not.
Sarah able to go to out of bounds to retrieve that one. Set it up, look out here. Hit and off of the hands of Barton, and it's 5-0 Hereford.
And we're going to take a timeout, and I think that's probably the move right there.
Yeah, it is. You get off to that quick of a start like that, and, yeah, you need to settle down, take a deep breath, and let's get refocused on what's happening here. You know, and again, you're talking fourth game in a row for the Granbury Lady Pirates early on a Friday morning. It's a grueling schedule after throwing down 3 of them yesterday. But that's what tournament play is all about. Was it last weekend, I think it was, when they were in the Argyle tournament.
Yes.
Their first day was a real struggle.
Yeah.
But the second day, they come back and they won the silver bracket in winning, going undefeated on the final day.
And we got 2 pretty big milestones out of that as well.
Yeah.
Coach Shahan with her 100th win in just a little over 3 years, and Sarah Welch with her 15th, 100th assist.
That's right.
Which is amazing.
More records will be coming this year from Sarah Welch. 5-0 back into play here in this one, game 2. We're playing 2 out of 3.
Hereford's going to serve again. And rolling in tradition, Coach Williams is not here. So we're just going to keep going.
Hey, we like that. We like the time out there. It's going to be side out going to the Lady Pirates. 5-1, and Sarah goes back to serve for Granbury.
And you can see how much room Sarah uses.
Ain't no doubt, man. Oh, my goodness.
And that's going to be still our point.
In the net at that time for Hereford, and it's 5-2. Let's see if we can bring this on back here. Good start for Sarah's service set. Set it up for Hereford, and right at Sarah's.
That was spinning sideways.
It was. That had some English on it, didn't it?
It did.
6-3.
6-2, I believe.
6-2. You are correct, Sarah. Sarah's going to set this up. Poirier.
And that one's going to go out just barely.
Just wide.
And it looks like we're just getting unlucky right now, missing barely.
7-2 now the score. Here comes for Poirier, puts it across. Amarillo will return. Moody, Sarah will keep it in play, and the return by Poirier. Golly, a great
that one's
shot.
Gonna drop.
That had too much on at that time, Cole, and not able to return for Hereford.
It is, and we were talking about the spin of a volleyball. It's kind of like the spin of a baseball. You spin sideways, the ball's going to go sideways.
Right.
Up and down, over, it's going to go down.
Yep.
Backspin, it's going to go up a little bit. Knuckleball, you've got no clue.
Absolutely. Boom! Block.
That one's going to be blocked, just out though.
But the block goes out of bounds off of Granbury.
So it is cool to see some of the stuff they do with this volleyball, how they hit it affects how it goes.
It's almost like throwing a curve.
And you'll see some of the girls get a little, I don't want to say confused, but rattled because it moves.
They do. 8-4 on another service error by Hereford, and Kristen Nichols will go back to serve for the Lady Pirates. Hereford sets. The return comes. Blocked back, but kept in play. Set this one up. Bleeker with a little touch. Saved by Hereford. They will return it. Back it goes to Nichols, to Sarah. Will bring it over, and nice one down that time by sophomore Watts.
And I know we've said it before, but she is hitting this ball hard,
no doubt,
Sienna Watts.
Wow.
And I can only imagine it's going to get faster.
Stronger and stronger. You are right on that. Serve comes from Nichols. Set this one up. The return comes. The tip over going deep to keep that in play as Welch. Here comes the lefty from Bleeker. It's in. Little backside move for Hereford gets the point.
And that little soft hit right there, I think it just barely got enough just to confuse us.
Well, Cole, I'm going to have to leave it with you. I've got an appointment coming up at 11 o'clock, but I imagine you're going to do a fine job in finishing this.
Yes, sir. I'll try to keep it going.
So we're going to turn this over to Cole, but I'll be back for the third game coming up for the Lady Pirates. I'm thinking somewhere around 12:30, something like that. So Cole Bradley's going to take us the rest of the way. Granbury Lady Pirates trailing 9-6. Cole Bradley on stage.
And I believe we're going to see the score here is 10-6 as Hereford serves. And that's going to be blocked. Spiked by Sienna. Just didn't get over the net, and that's going to be Hereford's point right there. We're going to see Granbury working with it. Sarah going to set up Watts, and that's going to land perfectly in right there. Just found the back corner. That's going to be Granbury's point. 11-7. Hereford is still up, though. You're going to see sophomore Watts go back to serve right now. She's been doing pretty well so far. Let's hope she can keep it going. Hereford's going to set. Oh, and blocked. But it goes out. That seems to be the story of today. Hopefully we can keep it going, though, and get some blocks that land right. Hereford's going to be back to serve now after getting that point, 12-7. And we're going to see the ball go over to Allie. Sarah's going to set it up. Kirkpatrick gets it over. Hereford hits it back to McCabe. Sarah with the set. They're keeping it alive. And I believe that's 4 hits. It's going to be Granbury's point. Great rally right there. We were working together, serving each other up. And Carly Barton's going to be back to serve now with Granbury scoring 12-8. And I believe the coach is questioning something right now, but looks like nothing's going to change. Still Granbury's point. Barton with the serve, and just didn't quite get over the net. Service error, but it's all right. Still early in the game. We want to lead. 13-8. Hereford leads in the second set. After winning the first one, Moody's going to dig that one. And Bleeker's going to get it, and it's going to go off Hereford. Going to be Granbury's point. So we're coming back with our own point right now. Bleak is going to sub back in, and Sarah is back to serve. 13-9. Hereford is still leading. Sarah's going to serve it. Hereford's going to set it up. And that one just came down hard. Nothing you could do there, but just try to get your hands at it. Hereford's point right there, 14, makes it 14-9. Hereford won the first match, I believe, 25-16. So if they win this one, this is it. They're going to take it across. Sarah's going to set up, and Kristen just floats it right over them. That's going to be Granbury's point as it dropped. A little bit of confusion there. Now I believe we're going to see Rachel Poyer go back to serve for Granbury. She gets it over, and Hereford bobbles it a little bit, and that's going to drop. That one came off the hands a little bit wrong there, and Granbury's going to take the point. We're happy with that. It is just myself now. Mr. Euchre had to leave. Poyer's going to serve again. And it goes over, and I believe Kristen Nichols just comes down with that one right into a hole. And I believe that makes it a 14-10 or 12 game. I don't know. There's a terrible glare. And in fashion of how this has been going, I am alone up here, and Coach Williams is gone. So right now, that is Hereford's first time out of the match. Maybe Granbury's getting on him a little bit. Coaches looks a little angry for them. So hopefully we can keep this pressure going on and keep putting to it. These girls have already played 8 o'clock last night, 9 o'clock right now, just earlier, and then right back into another game with a 5-minute break for a 10 o'clock game. You got to think they're exhausted right now, but they're powering through. They're trying to win it. So coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Granbury's serve. Poyer's still serving. Hereford's going to set it. And they're just going to tip it right over. She went up like she was going to spike it, and it just tricked us all. That's going to make it a 15-12 game, Hereford. The libero back to serve for Hereford, gets it over the net. And it looks like our ball just went too far, and they're going to spike down on us, point to Hereford. It is now 16-12. Good dig by Megan, just took a bad hop, and that's going to go into the other court. So 17-12 here. Hereford's coming out of this timeout strong. Sarah's going to set it up, and Watts comes down with it, but it's blocked at the net. It is now 18-12. Hereford is up by 6 in game 2. James with the dig, and it goes over. Sarah's going to set. And Bleecker comes down with it, and that's going to be point Granbury. Sarah set her up perfectly, and Sarah just came down with that. We're going to see senior Nichols here back to serve. Gets it over. Hereford's going to set it. And she comes down hard with that one. And Nichols just couldn't quite dig it up. She's going to check out for libero Carly Barton here. And it's going to be Hereford's serve, 19-13. Hereford is still winning. Serve gets it over. Sarah sets. Watts comes down with it hard, but Hereford is able to recover. Sets again. And this time they weren't able to recover. That is a Kirkpatrick with the spike there. And we're going to see Bleecker go back to serve it for Granbury, 19-14. Granbury's made a little bit of a run coming back here. Hereford's going to bump. Set. Oh, and it was tipped by Sarah, but we just couldn't quite get there to save it. That's going to make it a 20-14 ball game for Hereford's serve. We're going to see sophomore Allie McCabe check in here. Serve to Barton. Set by Sarah. Hereford with the ball now. Set. Sienna gets it over the net. Hereford's going back up with a set. And good dig by Allie. Sarah able to keep it alive. We got it over the net again. Hereford's going to set it again. Oh. Oh. And Sarah was able to tip that one. And 2 diving plays, but we just couldn't handle it. Couldn't get it back over the net. And Granbury's going to take a timeout here. And I believe Coach Williams is still not here, so I'm just going to keep talking. I believe the score is now 21 or 22-14. Hereford won the first game 25-16, I believe. And now looking to cap and get a second win here. Again, Granbury will play again at around 12 o'clock. They are running a little behind schedule already. This game probably should have been over. But they're going to keep winning. They're going to keep trying to win. And we're going to see Hereford back to serve here. It is 21-14. Get it over the net, and that is going to go. Ooh, they said that stayed in. And it might have, so that point's going to go to Hereford. It was close, but looks like the line referee said it stayed in, so it stayed in. Hereford's going to serve it again. Dig by Megan. Set by Sarah. And Sienna goes down with it, but it gets blocked. Blocked again. Bump in the air, and it just goes down. They were dominating the net that time, and we couldn't get it over. So that's going to be another point to Hereford, 23-14. And we're going to see Hereford go back to serve with a 9-point lead here. Harley's going to hit it up, and Watts is just going to get it over the net. Hereford's now just going to get it over the net as well. Good dig by James. Sarah sets, and Kirkpatrick comes down hard, and it goes off of the front line of Hereford. Point Granbury, 23-15. Sienna Watts is going to go back to serve with Rachel Poyer coming in to check in here. Again, it is 23-15. Hereford is winning. Good save there by Carly. Sarah's going to set it up, and Allie's going to hit it over. McCabe. Carly with another dig. Sarah's set. Poyer comes down with it, but they're able to dig it up. Watts, and that one's just going to fall. That's a miscommunication right there. And it is now match point, 24-15, Hereford. And we're going to have Hereford serve, but it goes too far. That's going to be a service error, point to Granbury, 24-16 now. Carly Barton going back to serve. We are on our last life as this is match point still. Hereford's going to set, and they're going to come down with it, and they're just going to find the hole right there, and that's going to be game. So Hereford wins it 25-16 both times. 2 games in a match. Granbury will play again at 12, around there. Looks like we've caught up a little bit. And once again, Coach Williams, he is still a teacher, so he's not back yet. He's coming back, though, so I've heard. So Granbury's going to go get a break. They'll be back in an hour to play. I don't know who they'll play against. But by then, David Euchre will be back to commentate. And I just want to take a minute to thank the broadcast team, all the folks that were here videoing, working the mics, working the commercials. I mean, we've got a whole team back here. Two computers, a lot of wires, too many buttons that I don't want to press. It is amazing work that they're doing, and we couldn't do it without them. So we're going to see if Granbury has any changes they want to make here. Coach Shahan and the team losing 3 games in a row with the 8 p.m. game last night, the 9 a.m. game today, and just now the 10 o'clock game. Granbury has gone to the locker room, and I imagine they'll be trying to rest up now as Coach Williams makes his return across the gym. Shouldn't be too long. And I believe, as David Euchre said, we have a football game next week. That is going to be our first one. It is away. It is away on August 25th versus Carrollton Creekview. And the home opener is September 2nd and senior night versus Lake Worth. Kickoff starts at 7 p.m., so be there to support your Granbury Pirates. And then homecoming is against Cleburne. It's always fun. We have a week of fun, just dressing up, talking, celebrating. I believe it is on September 16th. Well, Coach Williams is back, so that's going to be all from me and David Euchre. We want to thank you. Have a great day. Maybe he'll end it.